Okay, that should be it. This should be working. Learning so much today. So this is me coming back to streaming. I'm quite literally, I finally got the program kind of working. Kind of. I've started in studio mode, which allows me to kind of switch back and forth. So, while you see a giant icon right now that I made, not very well, but I made it. I, in the background, am actually seeing the game that I will be playing today. To kind of keep this test going, and for Easter I figured I'd do something a bit deserty, since, you know, the religious people like the desert and it's Easter, so I don't know. I couldn't think of a good excuse. I just really enjoy this game, and I haven't done this game on this wide streaming thing, so I figured, why not? So I'm going to be playing Satisfactory. I'm actually going to go ahead and swap it over now with a press of a key. Fingers crossed. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay. There we are. It's just that delayed. I have a stream off to the side that I'm watching to get an idea of what's showing and what you can see, and it was a little delayed in catching up that, yes, the stream had in fact changed over. So, this is my world in Satisfactory. It is constantly changing. I'm in the desert right now. This is my major latest base. And yeah, let's go take a ride. It's kind of a complex base. This is uh-oh, lag. I don't want to say that I'm in the late game, but I'm kind of in the late game. This is in early access. This game has been kind of being made for about, oh Lord, a year now, and it's a simple factory building game. You're building factories, and you're doing it over large distances, and I'm to the point now where I'm in the end game, so I've built warehouses. These warehouses are where I have everything brought to, and it's also where I'm going to start building more factories to kind of go into higher tier items. So this is actually going to become a giant factory where I'm going to hopefully make aluminum. And over there is, like, these are all like my stockpile of all my resources. I've got screws here, I've got reinforced steel plates here, so on and so forth. Everything I need and have been slowly building up a stockpile of in this game, I have, and these boxes can hold a large amount, so, you know, I end up with a lot. This is kind of just a look outwards. So that over there is my space tower. If you have the space elevator. If you've ever caught any of my streams where I've shown off my own world, that is kind of that is one of the first things you kind of build, and it kind of helps you unlock the rest of the tiers. My original base is way over there. In fact, this train coming up on the left here goes straight back to it. So if I want to, I could catch it and literally go back to the base. And oh god, this is so weird. This is I didn't expect that train to actually be on the way. The one over here on the right is my tanker. It's a mixed freight. It goes back to my oil fields, picks up oil and water and other things, and brings it here. But here, we're gonna watch this train after it unloads. Everything is going to be unloaded at the station, and it's going to be put onto all these conveyor belts, which will then go underneath us. As you can see, some of my conveyor belts are already kind of stacked, filled with items, so they're not really going anywhere. Other ones are not. There's supposed to be another train car there, but at the moment, I can't really do it. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm going to quickly transfer you back to the screen while I try and get the chat up. It seems to have just vanished, and I kind of want to be here so I can kind of chat with anyone that decides to chat. So... Alright, actually that's not going to happen. Turns out I can't get it to work. Last time it wouldn't just stop from staying on the screen. Now this time it won't stay up on the screen. So, alright, not going to have a chat. I was so excited because I'm like, I finally got this. I got this all down. I now know how to get the chat. I can have everything working. And that's just not how it's going to work. So over there you see the screws are coming out. Screws stacking like 500 stacks, so there's a lot. This is also the train station. These are monorails, so you can see through the station if you don't build up a base underneath. And I have built this kind of in a nice open way so that, you know, if people were in fact using this, they could come over here, look at the windows. But in fact, they're not, so it's just for me. There's a lovely oasis over here. The game goes through major updates. They have a level designer that is actively working on this and changing things, and one of the things that happened recently is they redid the entire Dune Desert. Because of that, a lot of things changed, and in fact, a lot of this base was very different. This actually was the original train station for my shuttle, and as you can see, it's kind of buried under sand now. The train can, in fact, come here, and it did for the longest time, but I decided I didn't like this. I didn't want this to be a station anymore, but I did like the fact that it was so, like, sandy in here. So I decided to make it part of my environmental storytelling. Another lag spike. So I decided to not finish this wall entirely here, and to have this giant sand pile that just fills up everything in here. It goes down, it even kind of sinks into the bottom, it covers everything. It really feels nice. What I'd like is for them to update their switch models, because what I want to do is I want to connect this track back to the main line. So just like this is a disused abandoned piece. Then again, this also just kind of works. This has been my track layout that I had the entire time. It still works really well. They also added in these really cool new foundations that really kind of elevate everything. It allowed me to build that really neat looking bridge where the train comes in. Like, I feel like a professional level designer just by what they have. Like, I feel like I created something from Half-Life almost. Which, you know, I'm not that good as a level designer. I'm only kind of mediocre. But because of the way the game works, it's kind of allowed me to have a bit more of the fun freedom to kind of design things the way I wanted. So while I would love to stay and just keep walking in circles around this, or show you the entire desert here, I'm going to actually head back to where the water and oil is, because I need to kind of get that set up a bit more. Come on, let me through. Because the main goal is, from now on, this train's supposed to be bringing supplies here. I still need to figure out how I get it back there, but I'll figure that out later. Let's see, is my other train here? A map is something you actually unlock through the various I really need to remember to get water before doing this. You unlock it through later advancements in technology. And then you build radio towers to kind of unlock the map. Or you can walk there and it unlocks it where you can see it. So the train I'm more worried about is this one. Oh, we're perfect. We're fine. Alright. I've already made a lot of comments to the developers going, hey, yeah, it'd be really cool if you could, I don't know, update the trains, give them signals, kind of give us a bit more, and the community has seemed to respond pretty well to that idea. I don't have a ton of upvotes like some of the other people, but, you know, it's not been too bad. I do know that the art director that just joined the studio has already said that they're going to be updating train stations in the next major update, and I'm kind of hoping maybe some other things like signals and maybe an update to those switches are done. Because I'd like to run multiple trains on this line without them like phasing through each other, and I didn't want to show the phasing, so I was trying to make sure the other train wouldn't be near us as we head back. There is going to be a glitch. It's not usually noticeable when you have shorter trains, but it's more noticeable with longer ones like this. We're going to head back through a switch later on, and it's going to cause the train to change tracks, and it's going to look weird. All this got changed right here. Like, to the right of us, that all changed with the last update. I actually had to rebuild my entire rail line for that. If the art director ever sees this, I really want to give him props for what he's doing, but I also want to give the level designer props because she has done amazing work. Both of these individuals make me very excited to see where this game goes in terms of art direction going forward. Alright. Yeah, that's one of my few gripes is actually shadows. They don't really... Shadows have a weird mix in this game. I'm sorry for all the lag. I don't know why it's doing that. Shadows only render when you're close to items for some items, and this is good for saving bandwidth, but also it looks weird at times. It causes things like that to happen. Alright, we're about to come up to the graphical glitch. I think we're gonna phase to the other train. Oh no, the switch has changed for us. That's interesting. Yep, there it is. That's why. Phasing. Yeah, I don't like that. I also want to redo all this track through here. This track is, was made long ago when I thought the trains were going to work entirely different. Mainly because back when I originally built this bit of line, the trains would slow down way before they got to the station, and they reworked the code for braking so that it's a bit better, supposedly. I feel like it's lagging more when we get into the more heavily populated areas. Alright, I want to make sure the switch is set before we head this way now. This is an area where the AI train goes an entirely different direction than what we do. So it causes a bit of issue because the switch will claim it's set, but it's not. I'm also running out of jetpack fuel, so I need to go back to the area to get more jetpack fuel. Okay, now we're set. Right now it's all the red visual sign. I think they want to fix that and update it to have a better one, but they've not said anything. And that I want it to be better. I want it to be so much better. And when the other train comes back through here, it will reset the switch for the other direction. And it will head to essentially a dead end, which is also a rally point for one of my other larger trains. I've rebuilt my entire map to kind of accommodate large mass transit, and I've almost got it working. A big issue is I need that entire factory back there to be finished, so that I can have all excess product go to it, get sorted into storage, and then the rest of it gets sent to a scrapper essentially to get destroyed for points to buy new stuff. There we are. There's my old production facility. It's funny because when you look at it from like far away, like it's very kind of, it looks like nothing, but then you get inside and it's like oh dear Lord, there's so much in here. It gets very complicated very fast in a very small bit of space. Also, I have to make the whistle go. I have to blow the horn. The game doesn't do that naturally. Alright. We're just going to leave this train here, just sitting. I could automate it to go back to the other station, but the issue is it won't come back. And I kind of need it. There's one of my other trains coming into the platform here. Man, there's a bit of lag spikes going on with this game. Interesting. I didn't experience that too much with the other ones, so the fact that there's so many lag spikes while streaming definitely shows me that there might be a need to adjust some of the settings. Okay. That's so cool. This is all so cool. I also realized I need to redo this. I can't do that. No, I made this so much harder for myself. I need to find a new place over there to connect them. Because I need to wait for this line, the rubber and the plastic, to end up coming back into here. And I don't have that yet. Also, just so you can get an idea of how far we've traveled just by taking that train. We started over there. Walking, it's a good 20 to 30 minutes to get over there. Train makes it much faster. You could go even faster. There's the hyper tubes that you saw me using at the factory. You could build them between the locations, and that will take you there. But my goodness, it's going to still take a while. That's cool. This is actually working like it's supposed to. I still feel like some of this needs to be reworked a bit. Like I said, you don't realize how big it is from the train, but when you get over here, it's so freaking much. It's so huge. There's so much over here. Now I wonder, is this... Cool. These have actually been kind of emptied. That's kind of what I wanted. Why did that stop? This is an old school stairwell that I made early on in the game. It was supposed to be so you could look out at the beautiful oceanfront property and look at the beautiful sunsets, but now it's become a view of the rest of the factory. Okay, this is the organization. That's a level 5. No. Can I get to the right button? Yeah, a level 5 conveyor belt. That's why it's kind of doing the weird glitchy thing where it's like hard to see, because the math for it and the items going through it is so fast that the game can't always catch up and render it. It's actually really... This game is surprisingly gorgeous and well rendered and well thought out, but at the same time it's also frustrating. Yeah, and when you have a device here that takes 56 of those, something's eating a lot of those and I don't know what it is. Because I feel like I need to double or triple my quick wire production because I'm not getting much to that parts of the factory. I'm see, even here, it takes it a little bit. Like, I'm not getting enough. This is a more recent investment. Nice one. Okay. Interesting. As you can see, some of these here are definitely filled up with resources. This is kind of like my, how do I word this? These boxes here are connections for elsewhere in the factory. Whenever a supply line is done being served, they get connected into one of these boxes with another item that has been finished off. And they slowly stack up and end up being sent back to either where they need to go, either back to the train that goes back to the spaceship hub, or they get sent to the train over there to get sent to the warehouse right away. This is the train that goes to the warehouse. This is the train that goes back to base. There it is. The train comes from base. Which I don't feel like is the base anymore. Base has kind of become the warehouse. This has become kind of like... The base over there has now become that. It has become the space elevator. And I only chose the desert because at the time it was the flattest area. It had the most space that I hadn't used up. And I was like, I could put a giant warehouse here. And I did. And then I realized how far it was. And I had to build all the train lines out there. And that was frustrating but awesome at the same time. You can see the plastic there being produced by those factories, which are making heavy oil, which gets then produced and brought over to the train to be loaded and taken to the factory. Those are the goods of the train just unloaded, being brought into the little factory over here. To help it get out of the station faster and into this part of the factory faster, I have set up a 2-floor system. The gun takes away less from the screen, I feel. That's a bomb. That doesn't help. Yeah, the gun works better. I wish they did. I won't lie. I know there's a lot to finish with this world here that they haven't done, because they're still updating this game. It's not, this world isn't fully done, but I want more. I won't lie. I love the biomes they've created now, but I want more. I know there's more up there. There's more kind of over here. There's new and different stuff all around. There's no doubt about that. But I kind of wish we had something for, like, the ocean. Kind of had something for, like, an alpine situation. I kind of want something, like, up in the mountains in, like, a snowy region. Like, I don't feel like we have that over here. We have a lot of tropical and a lot of, like, deserts and a lot of, like, swamps and stuff, but nothing like that. Here's the other one. This isn't the same train. This is actually another one. I have 2 running on a loop. All right. Ah, fudge. I'm running low on jetpack fuel, so I'm going over to where I have my jetpack fuel located at the moment. It used to be that the game automatically packaged fuel up, and that was how it was given into the factories, but then they added pipes, and they decided, why would we do that? So now you have to package fuel separately. I don't have the situation set up to do that, so right now I'm using what I have left over from before that update, and I figured I'll figure out how to make fuel again at that point when I get there. Okay. Sorry. I just need to figure out one thing before I head back. Ah, fudge. Alright. Where's the holdup for the plastic rubber? Where's that going? I feel like I just found that out not too long ago, and I've already forgotten. Right. It's coming down here. I hate saying it, but the better option would be to put it closer, but they'll have to do. Alright. Alright, gonna check one thing and then I'm gonna bring you right back. Don't worry guys, I'm not going far. So I just realized that on one of the things, it claims I am in Sea of Thieves. I swear. For YouTube, I've already changed it. It does know that I'm not playing Sea of Thieves, but I do find it curious that one of the streaming sites does think that I'm still playing Sea of Thieves. Oh, Lord. That's not going to work well with that pipe. Interesting. Okay. I wonder. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Okay, let's try level 1. Level 2 is causing it to be too high. I've had a stupidly amazing idea. Okay. Now let's put this here. I hate saying it, but I think one more level up would be better. Put that there. Take this here, put that there, it goes down. Change those out, put, no, don't want that. How about these foundations here? Haha. Idea, idea. There we are. And then we'll just build another path around here to the side. Oh, you're bloody kidding me. How? What happened? All power production just stopped at random. I don't know what just happened. There's nothing going on that would have caused that. That was entirely weird. Also, anything that was put in just... I don't know. Aha! I think I know. Yeah, I know. I know. Fudge. Could I? Maybe. I don't know. I need to find a way to get resin over there. Resin's supposed to be going through a channel over here underneath. But... see, this is what happens sometimes. Sometimes the game just surprises you and goes, ha! Remember that thing that you've kind of been ignoring for a while? Boom. It's now a problem. Yeah, no, that's not going to get us anywhere. Without those extra power producing factories, we don't have enough to cover whatever it is that's also working now, because something else is working suddenly. What was that? Oh, it's the long boy, the tall boy. Okay. Fudge. I knew that was going to happen. It's too long. The best I can do is maybe about here. And we'll do there. Finish the other track, the other thing. How? How am I out? I have no clue how I'm out. Okay, let's try something. So essentially, this is all going to go flying now. There we go. And that should leave us enough to do these. I need to actually find a permanent path for these. Because right now everything for the waste path is just kind of slapped together. No matter how many times I keep rebuilding it, it keeps just getting slapped together. Now I just keep jury-rigging it until they make enough fuel to go to the other power stations over here. This is how it works in real life, right? You just keep doing the How about all these spikes? Are these not producing fast enough? Okay. First step. Disconnect the outside world. As soon as you disconnect the outside world, I should be able to turn on the power to just get those power stations online, and then I can reconnect it. I'm not disconnected. There's something else connecting us to the outside world. Aha! Can't get it. Can't get it. Oh my lord. Which one we'll choose later. Haha! Should be done. What? I'm entirely confused. Goodness gracious, sorry. Oh, the pollen's been pretty bad down here. It's great because now if you sneeze, the world looks at you and goes, do you have it? And it's great, like, thanks, I love allergies right now. I love sneezing. What's causing it? Wait. Why do these ones not have any fuel? Why is there no fuel being passed on here? What's going on? There's almost like no fuel in these. I have so many questions and there are no answers right now. I have no clue what broke. Fine, we're gonna cut off the rest of the factory. Something's gone wrong. Okay. I don't know what that says. All that is now cut off and suddenly we have power. How's the generation of... Wait. What's going on? Why am I not getting so much oil anymore? Did they change how the oil rate is? No, that's a full one. It's pumping out oil like crazy. Yeah, let's pop this in here. The best I can think. I know what it is now. Ah, I feel so stupid. Because these two are actually taking oil and are able to essentially make plastic. All the oil that would normally be used for fuel production was being used up for this. So now that I've upped the amount of oil production going on, suddenly I can now make plastic better again. Which means I can now make fuel again. Which means this pipeline should be filled with fuel again. There we are. That's better. Now for this... wasn't going to, but I think I might have to. Alright. And now that is going to push fuel into the rest of the system. Oh god, that's not at all what I was expecting. Cool, that works. Yes! Alright. Which means... which means they're all now working. Which means I can take them both, combine them into one again. There we are. Alright, just gotta do this one to this one. And now let's go see if we can break everything. Mwah! Because nothing's been able to take the plastic's now backing up. Connect this power line here to that power line there. Alright, and now we're going to connect the power line over there. So it looks like finally I'm back on top. Power is working everywhere. We are back in business. And we shouldn't have any issues now because that should be working. Because now it should be going on here. This should be creating fuel, or this is creating oil, which would produce fuel, which will then power these ones over here. And the excess fuel from these will flow back over there to help fuel those. I feel like every once in a while I'll get these silly little fuel issues and then I'll have to go like, oh, well, how did we do this now? Came to solve one issue and I got stuck with a new one. Alright, now I have a new issue coming on though. Plastic. Oh, what's going to happen to an elevator? That's not going to help us at all. I know it's not on the second floor. I'd have nowhere to put it. So that means... Aha! There it is! Oh god. Okay, there's the plastic line for that. Where's it going? It's stopping somewhere. I need to know where it's stopping so I can get started again. Hi! Aha! Fingers crack. Ouch. Do we need it for anything else? Send it up. No, lag. These are all full, so I gotta go up another level. There should be a place where I can put these in up here. The main reason I do this now is I've realized if you build it like this, it doesn't slow down the movement of items. So you can move from a 2-line into a 1-line without any issue of like waiting for... Hi. Let's see. Now here's one downside. Is that right? Oh boy, I got that right. Okay. Now I just realized I don't know if I have it set up over here to receive plastic. Because I had originally planned for plastic and rubber to come over here, but I don't know if I have that set up yet. Just got duck under these. Lovely stairs, you know? It's such a lovely little jaunt up, and Just sway ya. Okay, this is quick wire. There's plastic and rubber. Cool. So what we're going to do is, to kind of make sure it all works, is I'm going to have the train pick up a load of goods. I don't think the train station at the other end is ready for this yet, but we're going to have this train load up here. I'm going to turn off the auto right now. So after it loads up, it's just going to be loaded. That glitched. There we are, the brakes are off, it's ready to go. Looks really cool. Not gonna lie. Now the ones that are fuel based are gonna get loaded up with fuel. Interesting. It does seem like I've used level 5 everywhere else here. Why am I not using it for? I don't know. I guess at one point I had thought and realized that level 5 would probably be more effective here. At this point, you're literally already split off, so anything... Nope, we're gonna go ahead and do it. It doesn't hurt. Level 5 is much faster and will help this entire situation be run much quicker. And now I'm out. Normally I can't afford it because I don't have an aluminum production facility, but the scrapper, the awesome shop, has kind of allowed me to kind of get around that. The Awesome Shop is a newly added feature where essentially you scrap old items, excess, and you get tickets which you then use to buy stuff. Works pretty well. Alright. So we did a lot of work here. I didn't actually expect to do it. I expected to do like a short run, enjoy some of it. But I'm going to quickly switch over to my kind of blank screen while I check some things quickly, and then we'll get started on the next bit. I'm not gone. I am here, guys. So, just trying to figure out something. If you're here with the ability to chat, go ahead and hit it up. I can literally see all the chats. I'm trying to figure out why I can't get it to stay on top. I'm very confused. But I do have the chat and I have the ability to see it. Oh, I wonder if that's Twitch that thinks I'm still playing Sea of Thieves. I forgot to fix that. I forgot to fix that. I feel so stupid. Whoops. Alright. Well, that was worth a try. Oop. I tried to fix the ability to have the chat up. It's just not wanting to play fair right now, so oh well. Try again later. Gonna go ahead and get you guys back in here with me. It is cool that that is working, the ability to swap back and forth. I've also now learned on OBS which one of those is the active screen. I thought it was the left, turns out it was the right. Whoops. Interesting. It is interesting seeing how much produces. I expected to have a lot of issues with this game and and getting things moved around, because everyone was complaining about how big these tank cars are. I haven't had that issue now. 500 milliliters. That actually seems perfectly a good, decent amount. Unless you have a way larger facility that's producing a whole lot more. And I've seen photos of people doing that. There are people who are way more destructive than I am. I am actually the least destructive person I think I've ever seen play this game. I've seen some people that are like me that aren't that destructive, but literally I've seen people like build over entire lakes to build a factory, or like who've made this entire like giant area out here kind of become their new base. Plastic is now kind of flowing to us, which is kind of cool. It's gonna be nice having plastic at the other area. I can't think of anything else. Oh, by the way, that's one of the radar towers. That's what causes the map to load in. I have a few of them. I actually have one over there next to a waterfall, and there's one up on a cliff somewhere in that direction. The one over there you can actually see from the base. Alright. Is there anything in here? There's some quick wire. I don't think any of my stations at the other end have been set up for this, so we're gonna go ahead and try. Oh, that's working. That's scary. Is this empty? I'm trying to slowly destroy these as they get empty. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to destroy that. And I'm going to put one of these here. And what's going to happen is I'm going to try and empty that out, and after that's empty, we're going to work our way back. I don't think I'm fully out of resources yet, so I don't have a real reason to go back. So let me try and finish up these buildings, and that should run me out of resources. Oddly enough. Oh, no, wait. The exit's on the other side for this one. And I kind of like how these half pipes looked, so I made these the base for what is essentially our oil tank holding facility before all the water and heavy oils get sent out to the desert. Which the station itself is on this ginormous little platform here. Like, this thing is awesome. Of course, you've already seen this. This is one of our warehouses. I don't think there's much more for me to finish here. Like, a lot of this has already been finished. This is actually one of my more complete areas. Like, I have to say, I'm very pleased because everything kind of works here now. Now that I've got the plastic and the rubber being delivered here, all I need is another pipe of oil being brought here, and it's done. This entire area will be done. I'll probably end up putting the oil pipe on top, maybe? I'll figure out something. I'll absolutely figure out something. Because, yeah, I want to get oil over here, too. Oh, right. I'm thinking about maybe replacing those with glass later, but right now, finish up the stairwell up here, and I'm good to go back. It's under, no, not foundation, it's organization. I don't know why these are under organization, but, They've been taken out of the game. They used to be kind of considered more essential, but now the developers decided they're much more decorative, so... And things don't always line up, so you end up with things like that. But it works. I'm going to go turn this automated, and we're going to go ahead and take the train back to the desert. You know, it's interesting what you can get around and do. No. Ah, run. Got it. Oh god, that was almost an accident. That was went the wrong way. And now we're literally just going to sit back and let the computer do the driving. My hands are off the keyboard. I literally have only the mouse in my hand. I had originally planned this to have multiple trains go back and forth, but the issue is I'm not entirely sure if the production of heavy oils and otherwise will be heavy enough for me to do that. It might be if I increase production, but at this point I have no reason to do that. It's really going to depend on the next step of the factory, which is going to be all this warehouse that I'm building. I've also not built anything out this way. I just, meh. It's on the harder difficulty of working out this way, so I haven't really been up this way much. Sometimes I've actually seen the trains pass each other for this section, and it really hits home how well, if it's timed and if signals get added into the game, how cool it's going to look. I also kind of want to redo this section here. Because this was designed more with small trains in mind, not heavy ones like this. So I kind of need something a bit more, better designed. Maybe fix that piece right there. Redo this a bit. You know, normal things. Here we are rolling up into what I essentially call the midway point. Oh goodness, I really need to go get water or something in a few. Or I need to slow down my talking. This is kind of the point I envision that the trains will bypass each other. I had actually originally viewed this as that, simply because I had a kind of lovely image of watching other trains pass the shuttle while the shuttle just sits there. As you can see, we got close to that. It did not happen here this time. I have thought about doing a dual line, a main line system of having two tracks next to each other, but just the amount of space and time that would take to plan and do that, I don't think I could do for this project right now. I would have to do for a new project elsewhere. I like watching this train snake through the very long kind of like gorge here. I had originally planned for something else through this gorge, a different rail line, but oh goodness gracious. But I never ended up keeping up with that save game, so I ended up doing this instead, and this ends up working really well. I think one of the things I do miss from the videos of the early betas is this idea that there were long sprawling deserts and sandstorms could hit, and you could literally be watching these trains and buggies and monsters in long sandstorms. You kind of get that a bit out here now with this desert, but it feels so much smaller than the one they had showed in videos, even though I'm probably sure it's exactly the same size. I kind of hope that they'll be able to do more stuff like that in the future, where they can keep expanding the world map a bit. Because I love this world. It's a freaking amazing world. I just kind of wish there was ability for more. I mean, you can also just see the space elevator from everywhere, and it's freaking awesome. Okay, we're pulling up into the factory. I need to fix that. And what can be unloaded will be unloaded. What can't will be left on board. Just gotta let it stop. I'll go ahead and take off the AI so I can pilot it myself to go back later. There we are. Uh-oh. I forgot to make that one an unload. All these are supposed to be unload. There's not supposed to be anything left loaded on here. So when the train heads back, it's just going to be a bunch of empty flat cars. We're coming, it's going to be this really cool looking mixed freight. Okay. Trying to get down here. The other reason I put the platform like that out on that side is it allows me to very quickly get to the rest of the factory. Over here I have yet to do anything like that because I have yet to fully finish building. That's a lot of water. We're getting there. I might want to make pumps to pump it all out, but haven't decided yet. And this is another portion of the... Oh, God. I won't lie. The pop filter just scared me. This is supposed to be another portion of the warehouse. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm not sure how I like it anymore. It's all kind of up in the air right now. Because, yeah, originally this was all going to be another portion of the warehouse. More stuff gathered over here. And now that I am, as far as I am, I view this maybe more as a scrapper or a factory area. Okay. Need to get up there. I'm off to do my work. Stay over there, creature. I'm also trying to empty out this little, this used to be like a place where I held concrete, but now that I have literally a delivery of concrete every few minutes, I can just get it from the warehouse. But, you know, this is the shuttle station. This is where the shuttle comes in. It's a small little passenger shuttle. The middle car's not supposed to be loaded with stuff. That was an oops. But it was helping me deliver, like, goods here to help build this. Okay. There's a lot more to do here. There's a lot that needs to be done. I need this here is going to become the aluminum factory on the bottom floor. And I have to figure out how to... Oh, my goodness. I'm yawning, I'm coughing. You know? I keep thinking I'm going to put the refinery here, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's going to work well. So what's probably going to end up happening is this half-built thing over here, that's going to become the refinery, and the goods unloaded here will be taken through that building and then over there to where the new warehouse will be. Could that work? Let's see. Let's build some more platforms. There we go. Now where's my production? Production will do refinery here. First thing I need is a little bit of solution. Bauxite and water. There's my water. I don't have a section for bauxite yet. So that's going to be one of the things I'll have to figure out is how to get bauxite here. Well, I have a place where I can get bauxite. My bauxite station's right over here, actually. It's all ready to go. It's just I don't have a station for it. Well, I have a station. How do I word this? I don't have a train car for it yet. My train that I have going from the base to here, there's no way for it to get back. And there's no room for it to have another station for that extra locomotive to take it back yet. So that's going to be an issue. So make these 2 bauxite generators, and then we'll put 2 over here. Need more engines. What I'm learning very quickly is that this is a good thing that I'm building at the warehouse for this, because I need to jump upstairs, get a lot of stuff, come back down, jump upstairs, get a lot of stuff, come back down. And this is kind of just how this game works. That's just how the cycle works, is you're constantly getting resources, building, and going from there. Used to be you would do this all from your headquarters, but now they've actually made it so that you use this thing called the MAM. You take something that you find and you research it, and then you make new things. I've already done a lot of it, so I don't really have much left to research. There's so much to this game. There's so much to do. There's so much to keep doing. I'm to the point now in the game where I've had to essentially rewrite everything that I've been doing. I've had to relearn everything. With pipes, I had to rebuild everything. And now that I'm at a point where I'm having to do in-game things like make aluminum, make very complex pieces like heat sinks and that, I've had to expand my factory into new and unique ways. Like this room here. This room here, all of these are awesome things. This is where everything that doesn't get used and doesn't get put away for storage comes. If it doesn't get stored, they get brought here, destroyed down for tickets. In fact, you can see here, I earned 4 tickets. That's the number of points needed, depending on what you put in here. Depends on what points you get. The more kind of normal item you put in there, the less points you get back. The more rare and more complex the item, the higher the point value. So if a computer or something like that gets thrown in there, that's a lot of points. And those points can be used to then buy a new kind of improvements or new kind of decorative items, if you will. God. I really hope that one day there's a VR mod or a VR add-on for this, because I would love to actually have a VR headset and experience this. This would be mind-blowing, I think, for me to experience. Alright, gonna go sit in my room, and I think this is where I'm gonna end it for today. I will be coming back later with a new stream with new tweaks and changes to see how that works and go from there. Actually, you know what? Let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs and we'll view the new dawning morning up there. Still a lot of unfinished walls and stuff, but this is where I have the... Oh, that's what I needed. The motors and the computers. They're up here. In the middle of nowhere. So, as I end this stream with the train coming back in once more, desert around us, beautiful waterfall over there, and a space elevator in the distance, and a radio tower. I think this is where I'm going to end the stream for today. Well, for now. Gonna kind of take what lessons I can learn, see how the audio mixing was done this time. I had some issues before, so I kind of tweaked some things. I hope it worked out better. And see what I can learn. Alright. There might be a webcam in the future. I'm looking into it. I'm looking to see if I can find something good quality. Don't know how that would do in this room, but I'll try. Alright. That's enough out of me. Thank you all for watching. My name is Steven, or my username is WolfenVic, WolfenVictrosius. You can find me here, wherever you found me. YouTube, Twitch. I'm also doing this on my personal Facebook. So hi to everyone who does know me personally. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Okay, now I'm going to actually test this out one last time. Take you back to the main screen. And then I'll end the stream. Like I said, I'm trying out everything. I'm learning as I'm going. Alright. Bye guys.